The Dode Fox Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Dode Fox Podcast. I'm Paul, he's Ronnie, and after another Dundee United-less weekend, I cannot wait to get back to Tannadice this week. Our website has been updated, and you can now watch or listen to each episode on there, dodefoxpodcast.com.
Coming up on this week's episode, the week that was, Aberdeen and Killie preview, loan report, women's team, Academy lads, the Tannadice Test, on this day with the Arab Archive, and Tony Andreu is our special guest. It's all coming up in episode 302 of the Dode Fox Podcast.
Waka waka waka, hey, Daniel Cujo, hey.
It's the best thing, is it?
It's been a while. It's when it's one of these weeks to fill things in.
Just throwing a bit of nonsense.
Waka waka, Daniel Cujo comes out to play. Welcome back to the award-winning Dode Fox Podcast with the almost drumming Paul McNichol. I nearly thrown all this kit out the windy, Ronnie Costello. As I was obviously trying to get things right, press buttons, make sure things were connected, you just had yourself a Belgian biscuit.
I did, yes. Belgian,
or an Empire biscuit.
Empire biscuit, yeah, call it what you want. Yeah, just devoured it.
Why is it called the Belgian biscuit?
It's something to do with spice and cinnamon spice or something like that. I don't know. But you could have presented us with either or. They would have both got absolutely scrammed.
They would have both gone absolutely smashed to bits.
Correct.
United-less weekend, as you've said.
Shite.
Did you treat yourself to anything while at the French farmhouse retreat this weekend?
For 45 minutes, I tuned into what was happening up the road, or down the road at Dens. Wasn't a great watch, so I took myself to a wee lie down for the second half, and apparently I missed a lot of goals, wee bit of action.
Oh, any of them wink wink? Second half, is that what you're getting at?
No, I genuinely I had a sore head, so I went for a lie down because I was going out last night. But have I missed a cracker? Did you watch the whole game? Did you see?
Well, I mean, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm Team Martindale.
Yeah, well, I've since saw the incidents and the goals and whatever,
listen,
and he's no wrong.
I think when we're no playing, we might get a break for moaning the referees and VAR. But holy shit. Holy shit.
I mean,
and people have probably seen it by now, but at the time I thought, I'm not sure. Referee obviously gives a penalty, and your mate, Stephen McLean, goes, I want to go and see how we look at this.
Yeah.
And every angle I've seen since, I'm like, yeah, it's definitely not a penalty. This is definitely an overturned.
Yeah. And
fair play. He had some cojones on him. He stuck to his guns.
But is it fair play if he gets it wrong?
Well, I think coming out, I'll get there because we're about to get to the KMI in a hand. But yeah. I think it's one of them that I think I'll be amazed if they don't say, well, he should have stuck these.
But ultimately, it matters not a jot, does it?
It does not.
As we will touch on. It doesn't fucking matter a bit.
No. Saturday night out?
That was just a housewarming. The housewarming. Undisclosed location. Can't tell.
Shine a kettle?
I did not. No, I did not.
Bring your own cans, didn't I share them? That kind of.
There was no cans. There was plenty of alcohol there. I'm not a big drinker, Rondo. You ken this, but I did have a bowl of Stobies and plenty of cake.
And then just standing a pear biscuit this morning.
Correct.
Just to top up the cake.
Just to top up my sugar
Tiny.
levels.
Through
the roof.
Lucky bastard. So I did mention, right, the KMI. So we said last week about the whole penalty incident. An appeal was lodged and subsequently won for Vichko. However, KMI panel deemed by a margin of 2-1 that no penalty should even have been awarded. Where the hell do we stand now on this whole shebang?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we were both in agreement last week that it shouldn't have been a red card. It made no sense that it was a red card. I was willing to concede. I could see these days how it's a penalty, but it still didn't sit right with us that it was a penalty because I didn't really think that he could have done anything else. The Basmere come to him, then he's went to the bar with his arm. I still maintain that Kucherenko's kind of no pushed him, but he's kind of fell into him and he's knocked him, and that's how his arms shot up the way it did. So it was a wee bit surprising that they've said it wasn't a penalty. I'll even admit it, I was surprised that it got overturned, the red card, because usually they just stick to their guns. But the thing that's really frustrating me at though, Rondo, is the evidence these days. So back in the day, 10 years ago, if something happens like that, you put in an appeal, you win it. the referee on the day, you could accept it a wee bit easier. You could be like that. Okay, he's made a mistake. He's only seen it once. He's made a mistake. It happens. Usually happens for certain teams, but it happens. But these days, the referee has made the decision at the time. It's then went to VAR. It's then been overturned. He's gave the penalty. He sent him off, and then United appeal it. But what they're appealing is that they're wanting other people to then look at the same footage that's already been looked at, and a decision's been made from that footage. And they're like, no, they've got it all wrong. So that's the big issue here. How are they looking at all this footage and still getting it wrong? And we've said that so many times these past few years. They shouldn't be getting it wrong.
No, it generally is quite incredible. I mean, there's so many discussions, not just ours, at the time or after it, but things like, is it sleeve? Because the sleeve's now a thing. Is it a deliberate? Is he deliberately handballing it? Is it definitely going in the goal? And it's all these parameters. It's literally like, we'll tick that box, and then we'll tick that box. And like, if you slow it down, that's as meticulous as going. I understand at the time they have to make the referee at the time's got to make a decision there and then. I get that.
Yeah.
But this is where VAR has to be there to help them.
Yeah.
And it
isn't.
It sometimes feels like it's not.
No, it isn't. It simply isn't, because the ref at the time never gave it, did he? It wasn't until it went to VAR and brother beaten, and he was like, right, no, I think you should maybe have a look at this again. And then we'll never know the conversation unless they release the audio, which I dare say they won't. But I wouldn't be surprised if Beaton's pulled rank because of his tenure as a referee compared to the boy that we had last week. And he's basically suggested, look, that's a deliberate handball. That's clearly going in. And I would completely disagree with both the things if that's what was said. But again, like we've said 2 minutes ago, ultimately when they come out with these things days after the event, it matters not a jot, because they did get the penalty, they scored the penalty, and we had to finish the game with 10 men. None of that can change.
Yeah. So on that, from what's come out of the KMI then, Rangers denied a legitimate goal. Hearts should have one disallowed in the same game.
Mm-hmm.
Both Celtic and Hibs were wrongly awarded penalties last weekend, and that is all according to the SFA review panel.
So why is VAR there then? Just get rid of it. Like, it's been in long enough now.
Mm-hmm.
And when it first came in, they were like, there's teething problems. We'll talk about it getting used to it. Right, okay. I don't care how many years it's been in, three or four or whatever it is now. But if anything, it's getting worse. It's not getting any better. And I know that we'll, no doubt throughout the season, we'll probably criticise that KMI panel. But I'm kind of in agreement with them. Like, it did look like Shankland handled the ball last week. As much as I didn't like them, the Rangers goal should have stood. The Celtic penalty at Killie is never a penalty in a million fucking days.
Gazillion years.
Exactly. And then ours was harsh.
Mm-hmm.
And they got them all wrong.
Yeah, so they unanimously agreed VAR was incorrect not to intervene and asked Stephen McLean to review the handball by Shankland and the build-up, and it's they believe VAR should have then suggested to him that he was wrong to rule out the boy Cornelius for the foul.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, it's just like, that's two in the same game that's clearly just been a breakdown of something, or people just not get involved, and VAR, we spend a lot of money on VAR, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is how, again, never thought I'd say it like Martindale, but he was bang on yesterday going, and he apparently says to the ref, you better hope you got that absolutely spot on.
But it shouldn't have come down to the ref hoping he got it right.
It should not.
Because he's watched it.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen what me and you have seen. And regardless of it being Dundee, it could have been anybody. If it had been United, I would like to think, I would say, the boy has absolutely bought that penalty. He has put his own leg between the Livingston player's legs to make it look like he's been fouled, which, in my opinion, is not foul.
Yeah. Initiated contact.
Yeah.
Is what we would say.
So, bottom line, it's no a penalty, in my opinion.
No. I'm with you. I don't think it'll be the first time we bring all this up.
No chance.
The biggest thing being that obviously, or not the biggest thing, but despite obviously the disappointment, is Vichko's red card has been rightfully rescinded, and he will be available for selection. Well, tomorrow as this episode comes out, which is, it's just a small victory in a complete shit show of events there.
Yeah, it's a bonus, but we could have, would have, should have, but like we could have went on to lose that game because we were down to 10 men for the last 3 10, 11 minutes or something like that. It could have butt us in the arse far worse than it did. They can't keep making these mistakes, Rondo, when they're getting all this footage. And I know that it's really, really amateur Timu VAR, if you will. But it needs to be a lot better, the decisions that are being made from that footage. And if you're not sure about well, is it on target, is it no? Side we caution, then I think, right, we're not sure about that, so we'll send them off and we'll give a penalty. No, if you're not sure, you're not sure. Just continue on as whatever the on-field ref has said.
Yeah. Hugely disappointing. And when it's not just hours either, and it shows there's a few,
it's across the board.
Disasters.
Yeah, it's uniting fans. It's uniting fans against a system, a TV system, and not so much the system, but the people that are operating it. Madness.
Yeah, just not good enough, really. Just not good enough. We'll obviously get to the chat about the games coming up this week, but possibly one for the rumour mill. Owen Sturton to Andreu.
Well, I haven't heard that, but a couple of weeks ago I'd have been dead against that. But if everybody's fit just now, I didn't see where he gets in. I just didn't. Because people forget about Waters. Waters is still here. Exactly.
No. What's his name?
It might be Waters, actually. We've got Moller.
Yeah.
We've got Sapsford. We've got all these attacking options.
If there's 4 fit,
then
I think
he's probably at the bottom of that chain, unfortunately for him at this time.
Yeah.
And sitting in the stand, I thought this season he would have been on the bench. That was my thoughts coming into this season. But I didn't appreciate so far just how good a squad that Goodwin would assemble. The Goodwins would assemble. And because of that, I fail to see where Owen's going to get his minutes at Tannadice this season, it's a bit shit. Then there's a few boys in that boat. You've got Sam Cleal-Harden as well. I thought he'd have been in the team this year, but then Goodwin's went and brought in these defenders, and Sam's probably 5th in the pecking order if everybody's fit.
When they're fit, yeah, 100%.
But I would imagine you get bookings for anything these days. I would imagine
I think there's suspensions coming the way of one of them.
But then, do you really want Sam just sitting about waiting on? If you're Sam, do you just want to sit about waiting on the opportunity due to suspension? Because it's probably you're only going to get a handful of games rather than if he was to go out.
Yeah.
And actually play some games, get a wee bit better, more experience. It would. I could see it for both sides, because that's probably what they guys want. They just want to go and play. But for Goodwin's side of it, United's point of view, we can't leave ourselves short.
Nope.
So it's catch-22, but I could see how these boys might know, and I didn't ken these boys personally at all, but I could see how they'd be pissed off if they get kept at Tannadice, sitting on the bench at the time or sitting in the stand.
Yeah, and I think it's at the moment where we've obviously went through the injuries, and Ross Graham got a bad one. Back on the grass last week for the first time.
Was he in Amsterdam?
No comment.
No.
So he's back on the training pitch, but didn't get too excited because that was certainly the message.
So while off?
Yes. Yeah. You're looking still towards sort of 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, if somebody could hear a word with Yuri, and they can maybe say, look, hold off on that suspension that you're choking to get.
Sam's there.
Yeah, I know.
But and again, I totally get that of players of our own players coming through and against a squad game. We mentioned it when these guys get back. We expect Ryan Straight to be back on the bench sort of against Aberdeen. You bring back another few. The bench starts to look a bit stronger. Again, it's nothing against the young boys that are on there. They've clearly got talent, but at the minute it's very much let's get the best players available. The
injury list has hindered the young boys a bit because like Scotty Constable, Calvin Beattie.
No getting out yet.
Yeah.
On Owen Sturton, no grounded.
Is he not grounded?
Surf up.
Ah, okay. Did he kick the door in the huff because he was grounded?
Well, I don't know. Might have been that. Could have been that. Fell out.
I've done it myself back in the day.
A couple of bottles of Reef on a Friday night. Saturday night maybe.
Right huffy at that.
Well, you absolutely could, as you're probably well aware of.
Yes. Yeah.
So that'd be interesting. That was just something I got asked yesterday. But
you just want what's as long as we're covered in the forward areas, it makes perfect sense to get him out.
You would say we are.
At present, yeah.
Doing all right.
At present, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. But like I said, Ryan Strain looking like he could possibly make it back on the bench against Aberdeen. Trapanovsky possibly into the outside chance of Livingston, possibly, and then Waters, no sure. Ross Graham, like I've mentioned, and obviously Isaac's
next year,
a bit away from it. But again, it would just bring a bit more of a competitive edge to the bench, certainly.
Yeah,
going forward.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, if everybody's fit, we've got a hell of a decent squad.
We do. It's a double dunter.
It is. Thank goodness. Choking for games.
Yes, yeah. So Aberdeen, Kilmarnock, then Livingston. Aberdeen Tuesday night, and then Killie on Saturday. So those are the two that we'll focus on this week. We will start with the Dandies. Knocked out the League Cup by Motherwell 1-0. Regan Charles-Cook, mind him?
I do. He's a good player.
He scored, extending a poor run of results. They failed to score in 5 of their 6 domestic games this season. Bottom of the Premiership table with just 1 point. And you would have to say, if the pressure's no been mounting after the papering of the cracks with a Scottish Cup win, the pressure's certainly mounting on Jimmy Tilleen as coach post-match. So he knows performances are unacceptable. Stevie Wonder might have been able to tell you that, Jimmy.
He 100% would have been. Yeah, it does feel like they're under real pressure. But the negative man on my shoulder, Rondo, he's like, they're going to win a game sometime.
Yeah, they're going to score a goal sometime.
Yeah. But personally, I can't wait for this game. I've been looking forward to it for a wee while. Just because I believe that we're a good team this season. And Goodwin will definitely have them up for it. Like, there's no doubt in my mind we'll be up for it. I think we've got more than enough to see them off on current form. I think Bonnie Rose have got more than enough to see them off on current form.
But I think you're right. I think we're a good team, and that's the main thing. Like, there's times, even as United fans, sometimes the tangerine tinted glasses are on, and you believe you're a better team than you are. But I think there's a genuine belief.
Yeah,
we're a good team.
I think so. Yeah,
I
think you know that when like all the talking heads in Scottish football media are kind of agreeing with you as well. Because there's times when they'll come away with some nonsense about your team and you're like, they've not even watched United, that's nonsense. But like, it does seem to be a general consensus that, as we said earlier, Goodwin has recruited very well, and even more impressive, he's got them all pulling in the same direction so quickly. Like, we've only played 4 league games.
Yes, yeah, we're 2 behind a lot of teams.
Yeah,
some would want to believe
they're above
when they're going on Twitter. But fair play, fair play. As soon as the fishing emoji comes out, you go, fair play.
Yeah, I can't wait though. I can't wait for the game. It's another great opportunity to get 3 points and to keep them doing at the bottom of the league. Yeah,
and it's interesting, obviously, for Aberdeen fans who, rightfully so, in May you will celebrate that like anything, but they were on a murderous bit of form,
which they have continued.
The teams they were beating, even the route to the final was like, there's Jamie and there's fucking Jamie, and it was both. But then yesterday, just reading the reports, like that defeat yesterday just highlighted the kind of contrast in like Motherwell clinical, Aberdeen very blunt, and they just look short of belief. You still can't tell me Jimmy Tilleen comes in, foreign coach, the way he signed players, he thinks, can they answer to your troubles?
Boy with good hair.
It's a 33-year-old boy with class hair and try to bite Jim Goodwin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm not believing that's in the script. Nesbitt, I get, was there last season, fine, whatever, but holy moly, like, I'm just not so sure.
Yeah.
So I hope their shite run clearly continues. And it'll be interesting to see, from a fan point of view, like, as long as kind of really buckled down the chairs, but like what it's like for them, because we've been there when there's toxic atmospheres at our own team.
Yeah, it's,
like when
it's no fun.
You go a goal down and it's like, oh, Ken, you think pressure's on the manager already, and you think like
and the crowd turns onto their own players on their back.
Because I said I haven't checked, but certainly over the Saturday or maybe Friday, I said like, have you seen like Aberdeen have not sold out their allocation yet? Like, and it's maybe went on general sale up there, which is unusual, I think.
But it's really unusual
But
because they usually
I
bring
care it's a
about
Tuesday
20,000.
night and stuff, but like that tells you a lot.
Yeah. This is their derby. This is their nearest game. Yeah, they usually sell it.
I was sent. I got sent a couple of things that Aberdeen fans are obviously posting about. Ken, if he gets beat on Tuesday, Ken, Lean better do the Goodwin walk, Ken, across the pitch. And then another one said,
to Sandeman Street. That's not how you get out of Dundee.
And then another one had said, replacements. I reckon we should take the boy for St Johnson.
Okay.
It's like, that's the boy who just got relegated.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's Vincent Company Bayern Munich stuff for talking.
Is it still Goodwin's fault? Like this run that they're on? Because he got the blame for Ahan the last 2 years.
Of course it is.
Didn't they get the blame for winning the cup right enough?
That
wasn't blamed on him.
It's also Goodwin's fault that Miofsky signed for Rangers, probably.
Yeah, because he brought him to Scotland.
Yeah, so, looking forward to it. I think, generally looking forward to it. It's the first game in a while. I've been on TV a lot. It's good to know. Buff yourself up for the TV. But I generally do that. I think we're an exciting team.
Yeah.
It's
the players will be champing at the bit as well, because it's like it's stop-start for us. It's clearly stop-start for them. They'd rather be playing than training all the time. I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it.
3 home games, like say, in a row. So it's like a 7 out of 9. It's definitely what I'm looking for here, Ken.
I'm on 9.
Listen, I once don't get all the time, so I'm just playing it a bit safer.
I'm requesting 9. Okay.
But yeah, Aberdeen certainly carrying last season's poor form into this campaign, so long may it continue.
Yes.
Kilmarnock on Saturday, they lost in their League Cup quarter-final, Pens to St Mirren. McGuinness missed, and the boy Dyke Steele, I think his name is, scored decisive end. Twice had to come back for behind in normal time. Saw a wee bit of it. Saw a wee bit of it. See the boys go for someone.
I've seen none. I knew the St Mirren one. I didn't know what the score was. Was it 2-2?
It's a peach, like.
Yeah.
It's a peach.
He
was at Aberdeen too.
The
Richardson.
Richardson.
He was on loan at Aberdeen. But anyway, I digress.
Yes.
But we've played Killie.
We're due them.
So we're very aware of what can happen there. But I know being over confident or arsey or looking down on other teams, but we were pretty poor that day. We were bang average that day down at Rugby Park.
That annoys me that we had that cup game when we had it, because I feel like we were on a hiding and nothing after the emotions of the Rapid Vienna games, and then obviously that game was like 2 or 3 days after the second leg when we'd took them to extra time, knocked out on penalties. It just felt like we were never going to get anything out of that game doing a Rugby Park, and that's, I'm not making excuses. Like, we did play poor. It was about 40 degrees down there as well, which didn't help. Sticky pitch. But we didn't play well. But in my opinion, there's reasons for us not playing well that day. So it would be good to get one back over them. It really would be.
Yeah. Obviously, you kind of what you're getting with your Killie team, and I think we kind of what we're getting with your Kettlewell team as well. They're organised. They kind of work hard. They've got a way of playing, certainly doing there.
Yeah.
Their away form, funnily enough, is patchy.
But like their home
Who'd have
pitch.
thought? Don't seem to be blessed with firepower, but they have an absolute gent up front that just makes things awkward. And we say we've got a big defence, but we're talking there's another 6 inches, and what man wouldn't like an extra 6 inches? But when you've got that against you, tough. Which is again, their goals come for long bars. No shock when you've got a boy that tall playing up front.
Yeah, play your strengths.
Yeah. But so again, for the battle,
the first goal in that cup game when we were down there was absolutely unacceptable. That the boy punted it. I say punted it. You could argue it's a punt or it's a great pass.
Let it bounce a couple of times.
70-yard bar, and the boy that can't happen.
Even the second of
that I can't even mind what the second goal was. Can't even mind, if I'm being honest.
Can't mind.
I think I had sunstroke after that game. It was so hot, and I was in the shade. Bloody hot it was.
But yeah, it's two games coming up to get at home, obviously, a right or wrong of the Kilmarnock, and obviously last time we went to Aberdeen, we seen
It's always a big game. Aberdeen United is
Yeah.
always a big game.
the new firm.
Well, back in the day, but it's a big game, and I have no doubt we'll be up for it. We'll be champing at the bit. I hope that we didn't take them lightly. I don't think that we will. I don't think that the manager or the coaching staff will allow the players to, because a lot of the players are new, so they might just. People are human. They look at the bottom of the league. Oh, I'm playing that team next, right? It's stroll in the park. Nah, it's not going to be a stroll in the park. There's no games that are easy in the Scottish top flight. So just get after them for the first minute.
What were you expecting team wise? Given when this comes out Monday, it'll be the next day for the team changes. Do you envisage anything?
No,
given that Vichko's available.
No, I think it'll be the same team that started against Hibs.
Yeah,
that was the same team that started against Dundee, was it?
Yeah,
it was. I think
yeah, because I was saying to you last week, the one.
Why would you change it?
Rumour change could have been that. Oh no, rumour change, but you think, oh, can you give Mauler a chance or whatever? But I've liked what I've seen. We said that last week. Like what I've seen, these two sort of cameo appearances.
All for giving him a chance, but who do you take out to give him that chance? So you don't tell anybody, do you?
Yeah.
So that was for undroppable at present. So no, barring any injuries, because I think they had like an 11v11 game at training on Saturday there. Barring any injuries for that, I would fully expect it to be the same team that goes again.
And then, we sit here next Sunday, 6 points better off.
Correct.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that confidence.
Yeah.
But it could be two massive games, and obviously they get a set break. You get a normal sort of back to run fixture of a week, and then we were saying before we started in about 3 weeks' time, it's
another break. Yeah,
another national break.
I know.
And then I reminded you there's another in November.
Yeah, no big fan. Let's just get it out international football.
Again, the disappointing one was the fact we weren't in action this weekend.
Yeah,
for that Kilmarnock reason.
Yeah, but that's in the past now, so we should be fresh. There's no excuses for no being up and at it on Tuesday night, for being right in their faces for the first whistle, and that's what I fully expect us to be. Yeah,
absolutely. So Aberdeen and Kilmarnock next up should be a cracker, and I think like everyone, it's just getting back to Tannadice, which should be a good one. Buy me a coffee this week then, Paul.
Am I reading these out again?
That's now your job.
Okay, I'll have to find it. I wasn't aware that people are still buying coffees, which is incredibly nice of you.
And while you were looking for that, when you were speaking earlier, I went to take a drink out my bottle and the lid was still on, so
was that captured on camera?
Well, it definitely would have been, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I made a tit of myself for the first time.
Excellent, I like that. So Jason Esplin bought 2 coffees. Did Jason put us in touch with Reynolds?
Ginger James Bond, yes.
Yes, that's right. So he bought 2 coffees. Congrats on the 300th episode, and here's to 300 more. Love the podcast, gents. Mandatory listening every Monday. Enjoy the coffees from your self-declared podcast pal. I like that. Blood, Sweat and Tangerine.com bought 5 coffees. Thank you very much. Someone bought you 5 coffees. We see you and we appreciate you. I like that. We don't see you, but we appreciate that.
No, we definitely see them. Believe me.
Andy Carmichael bought 2 coffees. Brilliant Monday morning listening with you two. FTD. Not really sure what that stands for, but we'll just say it anyway. And Tim Arbuckle bought 3 coffees. Monday is never blue with the Dode Fox podcast. It's always tangerine. Love the pod. Love to all our brothers and sisters. Here's to the next 300. Thank you very much, guys.
Absolutely. It is that support that helps us try and buy some new equipment to make this look a lot better. So it's been really, really appreciated that we can.
You're going to buy a bottle with no lid?
Well, I might need to, because I definitely got caught, and I was thinking it's a bit harder than I thought. Like I've seen videos online that do this, but anyway. Look what Paul remembered for those on YouTube this week. Wall of kits.
Yeah,
talked to us about the Heritage red and white number.
It's the Heritage kit, yeah. And it's, again, like I asked you the other week, what does that kit make you think of player-wise? And it makes me think of Andy Robertson, because he wore it. So it was that season, I think it's 13-14. So you've got Robertson, Gold, CFC, boy that plays for Aberdeen now. But yeah, I quite like it. You're not sold on it, are you?
Nah.
Bit too much, bit too Arsenal for your liking.
Just not sold on it.
Yeah.
Just not sold on it.
Nah, I quite like it. It's different. Didn't wear it very often.
No, I didn't.
Wore it at Dumbarton. I remember that when we won 3-2. I wasn't there. That's how we won.
Yeah, that's how we won, aye.
And we wore it in the Scottish Cup at home against Killie. I think we beat them 5-2. Pretty sure Randy Robertson scored a couple that night as well. Out with that, I'm not sure if we ever wore it again. We probably did.
Yeah, but that is it's full of kits, and Paul actually brought in for next week and that, just so he didn't forget. So that's yeah, I just I just wasn't sold on it, to be fair. But
that's fair enough. Can't like that.
No, you can't. But there you
like
go. That's this week's Wall of Kit. What season did you say it was?
I think it's 13-14, but I didn't fact check that, so it might be a Dode Fox fact check that was put in place there.
That's all we need, really. That's all we need.
I think it's time for some fun, Paul.
That's what I'm here for.
It's the Tannadice Test. 5 rounds of
pure fun as always. We'll start with player profile. Born November 28th, 1984. Was signed on January the 1st, 2010 by Peter Houston and went on to make 116 appearances for Dundee United. And in my eyes, I think this is an easy start.
So he's 41. So he's not playing anymore.
He's not 41 yet. He's 40. November 28th. Not that that matters, let's be brutally honest. But
Housty signed a 40-year-old. So when did Housty sign him? 2010?
Mm-hmm.
I've no idea. And this is the open goal. This is the easy end just now. Who the hell did Housty sign? So was he even the manager at that point? Was he like caretaker?
First man, just Peter Houston.
Yeah.
Because that's what it says.
No, but have you signed that at that date? I don't think, because that was just after Rangers gave us 7, was it?
When he went Raj.
Why did he sign
I'm on this fucking job.
I can't think of what it is.
Oof. Good year. 10.
It was a great year. I think it was Castle and Ovo. Pretty sure it's no him, because I think he was in before that.
Well, he didn't handle it.
And he certainly didn't play 100 many games, 110 games.
116.
116 games.
Yep.
I'm not going to get it, but you're going to tell me, and I'm going to kick myself, Rondo. I really am.
You want to join the answer?
I do need the answer, yeah.
What if I told you he was born in Czechoslovakia?
Dusan.
Correct.
Was he not signed by Levine?
When did he sign? No, January the 1st. Levine wasn't there January the 1st.
Yeah, but did we not have to wait for him? Was he not signed? And then
no, it's transfer windows.
wait
listen,
a minute here.
You go on his profile, the Arab archive, which I use. When would you put pen to paper?
Listen, see
January the 1st.
Bullshit.
Did he play under Levine?
His first game was Partick Thistle in the Cup.
Did he play under Levine?
Levine might have been in the stadium.
Did he play under Levine?
Games. He did not.
Correct.
I think the KMI panel are going to have a look at that question during the week.
0 for 1. Higher or lower? With the game against Aberdeen coming up, let's focus on 2 ex-Dons. The Ginger James Bond made 95 appearances for United. Did Peter Pollitt make higher or lower?
Now, when you say appearances, are you referring to
all in.
Time spent on the treatment table? Because he was on that more than 90 odd days.
Starts and sub appearances.
Did he play more for United than Reynolds? That is what you're asking me.
That is indeed what I'm asking you.
I think they were there about the same length of time as well. So I would take to say he played less.
Okay.
Wow.
He played more. He was higher. He played 111 times.
Wow.
That's 16 if you're doing quick maths.
Fair dues.
I was as shocked as you were. Believe me.
That is a shocker. Because it felt like he was forever injured.
Yeah, I was as shocked as you were.
Mind he got injured about 3 seconds into a game. For a kick-off, somebody passed it and he was like, hamstrings fell out.
That was one of the moments your heart was sinking for, boys, Ken.
The one that sticks in my mind was at Ibrox. Because what started well, I think he gets the ball, he puts it past somebody and he was like, he just stopped, hand up. You're like that. He's no built to do this anymore.
Great player in his day.
Oh, he was. Yeah, before us. He was good at Aberdeen, and then he went down the road. I don't know how great he was there, but on his day, you could see that he was a good player.
Yeah.
But sadly for him, his body just failed him
Yeah.
far too often.
Yeah.
Right, good start so far.
Season snapshot for round 3. United finished 6th in the Scottish Premier League. They reached the 3rd qualifying round of the Europa League, quarter-final League Cup, semi-final of the Scottish Cup. We were top of the league for the first 2 weeks of the season. The Dundee Derby was our biggest home attendance that season, while the lowest was just over 5,000 against Ross County. The top scorer that season hit 20, 13 of them coming in the league. And 5 of the squad that played that 5 of the squad that season played over 40 games, one of which is still playing these days.
Right, so that's got to be either Sean Dillon or Morgaro, I'm thinking.
Lot of info in there.
Instantly, I'm thinking season 11-12. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the top scorer would be John Daly as well, which probably he would have been at Tannadice at that time. So no doubt I'm a couple of years out, but 11-12 is what I'm going to say, yeah.
Well, that's wrong. 12-13. Top goal scorer?
John Daly.
Johnny Russell.
Johnny Russell.
20-13 in the league. 5 of the squad that season played over 50 games, one of which is still playing these days.
Dillon.
Might see him on Tuesday.
Still playing for us?
No, still playing.
I don't care.
Stuart Armstrong.
He's dead to us.
Now he is.
I'll not see him.
Now he is.
I'll not see him in my way.
I'll see his beautiful hair. So 0 for 3. It's going but funds.
But ironically, I'm smiling. Like, this is a good fun. It's a good laugh.
Also played for round number 4.
Here we go.
Barnsley, Clyde, Hearts, Inverness, Kilmarnock, Luton, Notts County, Rangers, Ross County.
Absolutely no idea.
For those listening, audio only, the look on Paul's face right now is quite magnificent.
That's a broad list of teams. Ross County twice, though.
Notts County
Notts County.
and Ross County.
Ah, okay. But that's not really any help.
Barnsley, Clyde, Hearts, Inverness, Killie, Luton, Notts County, Rangers, Ross County.
And United. I hope.
Also played for, yes, indeed.
Easy, Pete.
They're screaming, Paul. Come on. Give the people what they want.
I don't care if people are screaming at this.
The right answer.
I've no idea. I've got nothing.
None?
My head is blank.
Okay, right. You're wrong.
This could be a cracker of a week here.
Could be.
The granny is on.
I'll just say wonder goal against Celtic.
For us?
Mm-hmm. Stuck it through McNamara's legs. And then
McSwiggan.
Gary McSwiggan, yeah.
Gary McSwiggan. That's difficult, like.
Round number 5 this week is called Goals, Goals, Goals.
Mm-hmm.
We beat Aberdeen 4-0 on New Year's Day 1997.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you the starting 11. You tell me what scored the goals.
Dan Jackson.
You ready for the team?
Go for it.
Sieb Dijkstra,
He didn't.
Eric Pedersen,
Mm.
Mark Perry, Morris Malpass, Stephen Presley, Andy McLaren, Dave Bowman, Jim McInally, Lars Zetterlund, Shell Olofsson, Robbie Winters.
Right. Zetterlund scored a raker. McInally used to always score against Aberdeen. I think he scored that day. I would hate to say Shell and Robbie Winters just because they were the strikers, but Zetterlund definitely.
Okay. I'll take that for you.
Mm.
So, United won 4-0. Robbie Winters definitely scored that day.
Mm.
Shell Olofsson definitely scored that day. Lars Zetterlund didn't score that day.
Didn't he?
No.
He definitely scored a raker against Aberdeen.
That's not up for debate.
Wow. Getting my games mixed up.
Okay. The player that scored a double that day may work for the wee team up the road. Stephen Presley scored 2 that day.
Is that right?
So that is our first ever absolute granny.
I've got no recollection of that whatsoever.
Well, New Year's
No
Day,
recollection of him scoring 2.
1997.
Was one a penalty? Because he took penalties for a wee while.
Can't mind. Certainly can't mind. But
Wow. Okay.
I mean, wow is the phrase I'm using. I'm not going to lie.
But that wasn't easy, Rondo. Like, if you want me to turn the tables on you, and
Wasn't easy, but it was fun.
It was fun. I did have fun.
Wasn't easy, but it
Marking a
was
tat
fun.
myself. Yes.
I mean, being a year out's just normal, at least.
Okay.
You know. There we go. Tannadice Test back next week. Full report, women's team, Carby. What's going on?
No much, but I'll hit you with some info anyway, Rondo. So Rory Adams at East Fife. Yet another 90 minutes for Rory on Saturday, but he's still searching for that first clean sheet. His East Fife side will have been disappointed to only take a point from their home match against Montrose as the game finished 1-1. It was a low-knee battle on Saturday at the Indo Drill as Charlie Dewar and his Alloa side were up against Lewis O'Donnell and his Cove mates. Alloa were 2 up by half-time and Cove would only manage to pull 1 goal back in the second half, so it was Alloa that would collect all 3 points on the day. Both Charlie and Lewis got the full 90 minutes, with Charlie putting in his usual calm and composed performance and Lewis doing his best to pull the strings for Cove in the middle of the park. Lewis Haldane at Cowdenbeath. After making his debut last week, Lewis would have had to do with a seat on the bench for Cowdenbeath as they beat Gretna 2008 4-2. Not great for the lad, and I hope that United haven't sold him down the river with this loan, because if he's only going to be backing up Cowdenbeath's regular goalie, that's no great. But time will tell. The Academy team. Results-wise, it wasn't a great week for the young teams. On Monday, an under-16 team played Montrose under-17s and lost 2-1. Probably a fair result on the night, but it was a decent game. And on Friday, the under-18s were at home against the Rangers in the Youth Cup, and it was far more one-sided than the full-time score would suggest. Evil Incarnate comfortably ran out 4-0 winners, and 2 of the goals on the night were absolute screamers. But we'll say no more about that game, Rondo. And the women's team. It was a relatively comfortable win for the ladies last week when they welcomed East Fife to Foundation Park. Danny Finlay, of course, got things underway with a goal in 7 minutes, and that is the way that it would stay until half-time. Into the second half, and the side would add another 2 goals through Alma Codegone and Millie McKinlay with her first senior goal, a minute after coming from the bench, and that rounded off the match with a 3-0 win to the good guys, or girls. This week, as we are recording this nonsense, the team are at home to Stirling University.
A quick walking football update. The over 60s, they were the Orium last Friday for round 3 of the league. 4 games on the day, a narrow 2-1 defeat to Hearts, a 2-1 win over Fife Wanderers, and another 2-1 win against the host Orium. Then a tight 1-0 loss to Alloa. Derek Bruff got 1, Frank Ward scored 4, all for the spot. They're still sitting third bottom, but with 1 round left in October, they're confident of staying up. For anyone that fancies having a go, there's 2 weekly sessions, Tuesday at 6 o'clock at the Change Centre on South Road, and a Sunday morning 9:15 at Whitton Park on Arbroath Road. First session's free, all abilities welcome, and you'll find a great social side to it as well. You don't have to be, you can be any age to take part in the social sessions as well. Special guest then. This week we were back on Zoom battling some dodgy Wi-Fi in Istanbul to speak to this man. So our guest this week only spent 1 season at the club, played plenty of games, scored plenty of goals, and even lifted silverware. A well-remembered player from a recent past, and one that gets mentioned a fair bit on this podcast. Joining us to look back at his career is Tony Andreu. How's things, Tony? Or is it Anthony?
No, you can call me Tony. Like, since I arrived in Scotland, he was Tony, and since then he always been Tony in Scotland anyway. So that's perfect. No, I'm very good. Thank you. It's good. Thank you for having me as well. I know I've been away from it for a while now, but yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate that.
It's our pleasure.
Absolutely. To start things off, can you take us back? What was it like growing up in the south of France back in the late 80s, early 90s for you as a kid?
Yeah, more than the 90s, yeah. I mean, to be fair, like childhood-wise, always played football since I was young. Always nice to be near the sea. I was, raised and born like next to Nice. So really, really in the south of France, and it was honestly pretty amazing. And then, of course, speaking about football, always been my dream to one day maybe become a footballer. You know, it was the dream. But I held my head lot of bumps in the road, but in the end, I managed to get there. But yeah, honestly, grew up in the south of France, was amazing, and then few years later, arriving in Scotland was even better. I loved it. So that was really, really nice as well. So my journey starting from France was perfect, and going to different country, because I went to Switzerland before that as well, was interesting, and I think for me for sure. And then of course in Scotland, that's where I really, I think, found myself football wise, I would say.
Yeah. What's your earliest memory of playing football? Is it at school? Was it with your friends?
Well, actually, no, yeah. I actually have my first memory was when I was probably like 5 years old. Remember playing on dirt, you know, not like this thing, but playing on dirt, because in the south of France at the time, like few stadiums had this still, and I remember the first memory I have is scoring a goal, like a cross shoot, with like not even real goalies, you know, not real like goals, like just literally like 2 poles. But I remember this. I think I will always remember this, to be honest. So pretty cool.
Yeah. Who were your footballing heroes growing up? Who were your kind of idols? What player did you pretend to be?
That's a big question. To be honest, if I'm honest, first footballer that comes to my mind, I don't know why. Pelé was always the one. I'm not that old, but Pelé was the one that always, because I watched, you know, cassettes at the time, and for me it was so like a genius in football. And then after this, I would say Zidane, who was always like, I mean, you look up at this kind of player doing what they did and understanding later how hard it is to do what they do. It's just like honestly astonishing. But yeah, I would say Zidane, maybe because I'm French, was really like for me a magician of football. And then Pelé, from the old cassettes and DVDs at my house.
Did you, when you were younger, did you play for a boys' team, or did you play football for your school when you were coming up?
Well, in France it's a bit different, because you don't really have like schools. Well, you play at schools or school, but there's no like school teams. So I played for my boyshood club, basically. Like, was it Cannes-sur-Mer? If you want to dig deep, that's the name of my hometown. And yeah, just kept going on to this like amateur level clubs until I was 12 years old, and I signed to Nice, the football club of OGC Nice, as we say, for a couple of years, and then come back to another like boyhood club, let's say, and then go to Monaco at 17. So I had a spell outside of this kind of professional teams, although I was young, so there was nothing like no contract or anything. It was just literally playing for the team. But yeah, that's pretty much my journey up to leaving
football.
then after for Switzerland.
Yeah,
exactly.
What was it like going to a club like Monaco at that age?
It was really, really nice, because I arrived, I was 17. Bearing in mind that I turned down a couple of clubs when I was even still in amateur club, a League 2 club at the time, no, League 1 actually, who had like an academy, and I turned it down. I don't know why. I was a bit young, and I don't know. I didn't want to go north. I don't know. That's probably what happened. But in the end, it served me well. Like Monaco itself, the club was super professional, super nice, really well structured. I was not I didn't have a contract, so I was actually arrived by as you said, the small door. Like, I don't know how you say, but like really like playing for the second team in under 18s, which is in France is a bit different. You have the first team with like the academy, and then the second one who's still really good level, regional, let's say, but like amateur in a strict term, But I was doing well, and I started to play more and more with the first team, and my second year over there, I literally was training with the second professional team, so with the reserve, without any contract. so I was the only one who didn't have any contract, playing with or training actually with the reserve and playing with the the under 18s, yeah, at the time, which is the national kind of level. And yeah, never made it after this, unfortunately, in Monaco. I had to look elsewhere, but it was really a really great club, to be honest.
And then from Monaco, you ended up in Switzerland at, is it CS Chinois?
Yes, wow, yeah, you've done your research. I don't think it's the most famous club, but yeah. Yes, you was actually the 4th division in Switzerland when I arrived there. So it was really like I wanted to do something else. Well, I wanted to follow my dream, let's say. I was like, there was my old coach actually from the amateur side in Monaco who went up there, and he asked me if I wanted to. They had a big project and something like this, and I was like, you know what, why not? Just try it on, and I went. We actually, that's where I won my first championship. It was the 4th division in Switzerland, but we went first, and first silverware, if we say like this, and then went in 3rd division, and then the year after this in 2nd division, and that's where I really became professional. So yeah, a year and a half after this, I was really like 20 years old.
What was the experience like?
Where the things are.
What was that experience like as a young person moving country, going to Switzerland to live and play football?
It's not easy, for sure. You leave your family in any case, so it's you're on your own. I was lucky enough to know many people around me, pretty much the same as me, like other players from around my area as well. And the managerial, let's say, the team, the coach. So I was not alone, but yeah, I think this kind of leaving home at 19 years old, it may seem late for footballs at some point, actually, in France, because sometimes you get the academy when you are 13 years old. But for me, I still had my degree, and not my degree, but I still finished my studies in France. So I'm actually super happy I did this for my later life. But yeah, it was tough. But so much hope, in a sense. It's like you got there and you're young and you see only the future around in front of you, and that's really what my state of mind, my mindset was really like this. So I took it really positively. Tough time to be alone, but very positive.
And from that team, did you then move again to Stade Lyonnais, or is that the same? Are they the same team at all over in Switzerland?
Exactly.
And is that so? How
no, exactly. That's what.
Yeah. And how was that for you?
That's what happened, actually. So yeah, I did the switch to this team, and there was 2nd division. So for me, it was starting to get like serious, let's say, and it was super exciting. Like, you get there, you say you can actually play for the promotion or not, because we didn't in the end, but we never got promoted. But you have this sense of you're not that far from the top level, in a sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, you play against players who, even in 2nd division in Switzerland, are very good technically. The level technically there was really good. Maybe not as physical as you would find in Scotland, but technically was really nice. Tactically more like it's harder to make an impact in this kind of league sometimes. It's more close and tactically more tight, let's say. But I think that's all of this really helped me after when I came to the UK for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you got offered a trial to come to Livingston.
Yeah, exactly. And it was the same. Like I knew some person that like offered me like, do you want to do a trial there? I was like, why not? Like I always wanted to play in the UK. So for me, it was like a no-brainer. And I was like, yeah, let's go on. And I was fortunate enough to do okay and to sign for Livingston. And I think that's where really it started for me. Because even I would say like professionally in Switzerland I was, but when I get there, I had one goal in mind, and it was to play in the Premier League. That was my thing. The only thing I was like, okay, and now I'm gonna just like even be even more serious, just focus on this, and I will not stop, you know. And I think that really that was a trigger, I would say, for me.
Mm-hmm. Did John Collins have anything to do with getting you over to Livingston at that time? Because I know that he used to be based in Monaco, certainly. I don't know if he still is, but he certainly used to be.
Yeah. He was. We had a friend in common from Monaco, who was my ex coach over there, and that's through him that I arrived in Livingston. And at the time, John was the team manager. It was not the gaffer, but it was the team manager.
Yeah.
So that's really how he came on. And then, well, I did the trial, John Hughes, which Yogi was really, really good as well, and really took me on and worked with me in team as well. I think.
How did you find working with John Hughes?
I'm very sorry for the connection.
That's okay.
Yeah, we'll just let it come back on. That'll be fine.
You're back.
You're back.
But Ronnie's just taking notes of when these connection blackouts are happening, so don't worry about that.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, what was it like playing for John Hughes?
Honestly, it's a whirlwind. No, it was really good because we can say what we want. He has first of all like an energy that, you know, bring you with him, and I think that I don't know, like the persona he is really, you know, you like that and you feed off of this energy. But I have to say, as a coach, he was super good. You know, the ideology of football he has, and I think it was in line with John Collins as well. Not the tiki-taka Barcelona, but still playing from the back, not trying to punt the ball, you know, like at the front and try. I think this was really for me as a French player and European player, I would say, you know, there's the stereotype of like, yeah, we only play technical, which is true in a sense, but not always. I think that really helped me to acclimate to the Scottish football, and I think that was super important to be there. And yeah, and Yogi is still, now he's a friend. I still saw him, like he's yeah. It was really nice to play under him. Really nice, because he's always positive. Even, you know, he understands the process. Like, you can have a bad game, you can have a bad spell, but the football and the tactic doesn't change. You know, and that's really good when you have this consistency. You know, as a team and as a player.
Yeah, you were only at Livingston for the 1 year, and then you found yourself at Hamilton.
1 year.
How did that move come about? How did you get to Hamilton?
So basically, Livingston, there was like some issues, I think, with like the club. I don't even think there was maybe budget, but anyway, they couldn't offer me the same thing, and they were like, "Look, we leave you, like you can go. So I was like, okay. I thought I did a good year, but I think there was something happened behind, but that was not the problem. But for me anyway, and I think Hamilton just probably had the sight on me maybe in Livingston, and they contact actually I think because John Collins I ended up married his daughter. So which I'm still I guess but I'm still with Julia, of course. And I think it was Frankie McAvoy who contacted John Collins, saying like what's the deal with me, and if I wanted to to go for a trial, another trial. And and that's what I did. Yeah, I know, another one, and that's what I did. And actually, at my first game, a friendly game, there was literally the name trialist at the back, so people didn't know who I was. So that was actually funny. And I think it went very well also. And but they had a set team, they really had their teams, and it was hard to get inside as in a top 10, top 11, the first 11. Sorry, so it was really like a struggle for a month and a half to get inside the team after I signed, of course. But then on, it was pretty good.
Yeah, you had a good time. You won promotion, played in the top flight, finished 7th. And obviously your kind of love of football is clearly there, but then your form at Hamilton meant Norwich City came for you, and you were down England.
Yeah. I mean, that was the catalyst. That was the everything. This year and a half in Hamilton was really what put the foundation for later on, for sure. And it's just down to confidence. I don't know. I felt so confident during this spell. Like I was on the tactic side, it was really perfect for me because I was playing as a false 9. Like I didn't have this big defensive duty because Alex Neil thought that I was more important at the front. So it was like, look, stay, around the corner, of the number 6 and the defensive midfielder. But I really want you to hit the box, and that's really what really my success came from. And that's why I came to Norwich as well. Also with Alec. So that was the whole thing panned out really well at the end.
Yeah, no, well, that's what happens when a manager's got really, really lots of confidence in you.
I hope, I think so. In the end, I mean, at the time, I was like flying. Like I was, I think, the best scorer of the league in the Scottish Premiership. As not a striker as well, which is not too bad. And I was just like full of confidence. I think, I think like in the end, he saw something in me that could actually maybe make an impact in Norwich. Then I arrived in Norwich, and it was a different story, of course, because there was a lot of amazing players as well, and I really never settled down into the team, But I did at the beginning, but on the long term, not really. But that was super flattering as well. When you're in Scotland and someone from in Championship say, "Look, do you want to come and play for a Championship team, which is Norwich, and was a really big club and not long ago in the Premier League?" You're like, wow, yeah, of course, tell me when and I come, So it was really, really amazing, to be fair.
Yeah. Do you have any regrets about moving down to Norwich? Like, obviously, in hindsight, at the time, you were willing to run there, I dare say, but now that you look back, do you have any regrets about going there because it never really worked out fully at Norwich?
Cannot say I have regrets because it really changed my life. Even like everything that happened after. Like as a player, you want the best contract, you want the best. It's important. And I was 26 years old, so I was not that young actually. So you cannot. I would always come back and do the same thing for sure. But I know that if I would have stayed probably like another 6 months in a Scottish Premiership, I'm sure I would have done pretty well as well, and maybe other opportunities would have come. So the hindsight is a funny thing. You always say, oh, maybe not, but in the end, I think it was the right choice. And also like to come into this, it's another level, and that's where you really test yourself. And I was super happy to be among like all these international players, basically, because we had a stunning team, like amazing players. Like when you see the name around, it was something different than coming from Hamilton. So it was really something that struck me when I arrived. But no, I would never change this for ever.
What was it like just going from, I choose my words here, but you go from Livingston and Hamilton, and you then walk into the doors of even just like the training ground, for example. You know, I mean, what was that impact like first and foremost?
It was mind blowing. It's, how do I say? Like even the training center, the training pitch is like the whole environment. I arrived, there was a player liaison, Phil from Norwich, who was taking care of the players. It's like things that you hear about, like for the big, really, like when you speak about like a huge team, and that's where you kind of understand that you're like, okay, that's business now. That's, you really have to step up. That's where you have to, when you look at your right, you have Redmond, you have Cameron Jerome, you have so many players around you. You're like, wow, okay, that's gonna be interesting, So it puts you, I think it becomes another sport, nearly. It's like everything outside the football is different, and that's where I struggle. To be fair, like I came from Scotland, I really love the environment in Scotland. I really like people around me, and people in Scotland in general. And you go to England, it's a bit different. It's a different mentality, and it took me some time to adapt as well.
Mm-hmm. And things like player liaison, like they'll help you do everything, don't they? They can help you find a house and a car, and I mean, it's a different world, isn't it?
Yeah. They literally, I mean, they do. Like, he can. I remember Phil in Norwich, which is such a great guy, and it's just like take you in a car, go and visit some flats the first day you arrive, and Norwich, it's like one city, one club of the region. Like, okay, you don't speak about Ipswich, but Norwich is in the middle of the, like, Norfolk. So there's only the club, and this, you sense it. You really sense that like people are proud of this, and this that makes things, like, I think, twice as impressive, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there must be a lot of pressure when you're down there in a one club city as well. Like, everybody's focusing on that one team. And you had your spell in Norwich, you went on loan to Rotherham, and then you came back up the road to join Dundee United. Did it ever cross your mind, I don't really want to do this, because Dundee United were in the Championship at that time?
Well, actually, no, because I knew the club first and foremost. Like, I went to Scotland, and I always liked the club itself, like the players you used to have before I arrived. Like, I think it was such, like, always like great players, like great play, lot of things. I love the color, the orange. So for me, it was perfect. But that was actually my favorite colors when I was a child. So for me, it was perfect. But no, to be honest, there was also Dundee FC who wanted me at that time. So there was Dundee FC or Dundee United, and for me, I had a discussion with the club, and I don't know, they really wanted me. They really did everything they they could to say, look, we really want you to come with us. We have a project. We want to go up. And I think I needed that. I needed this in at that time. I really needed someone to kind of believe in me. Like I always struggled all my career with the how do you say, with not self-worth, but like I always thought, you're not the best. Like, yeah, there's like so many players around you, or that would be better than you. So I always had this constant thing behind my mind, like of course they won't pick me because there's better players, and so when you get to the point where you have a club, it's because it was a full club who really went behind and like we really want you. For me, it was like such an amazing like feeling, and like I think I needed to hear this, and that's why I really picked Dundee United. So for me, it was, and I think that's where it comes to, like really to have like a full like support of the club, and like and kind of like letting like the project, because at the time it was going up, there was no other way. Unfortunately, we didn't, but we can speak about this. But yeah, it was really this, and I really, really appreciated it at the time.
What was your first impression of Ray McKinnon? What was it like meeting him?
Ray, but it was a big part of me to come, because he spoke. He was so invested, and he's a proper United guy. He's like really invested, and you could sense this. And he followed me like throughout. He knew who I was as well. So had a really great relationship with Ray, honestly. Really honest, really really good relationship. And I think that was a big part of me that I love so much to be in the United. Like I always speak back to my career, even with my wife, with everybody, say United. And I don't say this because you are here. I genuinely say all the time that United was one of my favorite year, my favorite season, because of everything around, because the club, because the people at the club and the fans. It was something super special.
When you came in that summer, you didn't come right at the start of the summer. You came, I think there was 9 games that the team had played already. What was it like for you coming into the dressing room at that time?
We really went super well. Like I knew a few guys already from the club that I played against, like Charlie Telfer, for example. Like I played against him. I don't know, we got on well, and a couple of others as well. But no, honestly, there was a French. I was Will Ejengele at the time. Who really like had me. He's into it as well. And a couple of Dutch guys as well. So it was actually pretty international when you think about it. And I think I fit in the team very well quickly. There was I think they were happy for. I think in a sense they were happy for that I came into the team. So it makes things easier. And when you come into that team, they're like, okay, let's another one that can maybe make things happen. And I think that's why I felt when I arrived. And then after, of course, we had a great team, so it was easy to with Scott Fraser, for example, like I got on very well, like even on like football wise, So it was Ben Simon Murray as well, of course. Yeah. But there was a good camaraderie, I would say, in the club.
What was your first impressions of Sean Dillon and Willo Flood? Were you able to understand them at all?
Oh my God, these guys, I swear. Sean, if he hears me, I know, but no, I can understand them, but it took me. Actually, if they speak together, it's complicated. I think Willo was worse sometime, but no, they were just they were good guys. For me, always like the three. There was 3-3-3-3-3-3, and I just like what. But I didn't learn English like this. But no, it was super cool. They were great guys. Sean as well is like like he was the club captain. He was like and you here for everybody, and that's he actually I think he helped everybody that come into the team. to feel at home, and you felt it straight away.
Yeah. Your fellow countryman Morgaro Gomez, we were speaking to him a few weeks ago, and he said that he was sitting in the car with Willow Flood and Sean Dillon, and the two of them would just argue and bicker, and he would just sit there and arms crossed, couldn't understand a thing they were saying.
I love it, honestly. Like, it's I just think about like when they speak like in the dressing room, and like when really they shout at each other, and they were always bickering. They're always like two of them were always like I don't know. There was always something wrong between them, but in a good way, But it's to be fair, I could understand them better than when I came to I think who was in Hamilton with two Scousers that I struggled even more. So like I had my share. As a Frenchman, I had my share.
Wow.
Your first game for the club was in the Challenge Cup. It was a home game against Peterhead, and it took an Tony Andreu 116th minute goal to win the game. A happy enough start?
I remember that. I think it was Blair Spittle who crossed for me in that game. Yeah, I mean, I came in and I was full of adrenaline, energy. And I think I did on the first goal. I did something, a turn and make something happen, and I think we scored. But it was complicated. I was like, first game, come on. For me anyway, I was like, and we had to go, like in extra time. I think it was extra time.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
And we go, and at the end, I saw like Blair like coming like on this right side. I was like, come on. And I was like, I think I scored a header. I think, yeah.
Yes.
But for me it was so good. When you come into, you really want to show everybody like you can actually play football.
Yeah.
You can actually, and I always gave my all to all the teams I played with, to be honest. And I really, really sense that with Dundee, with United. I always say Dundee, but it never starts with Dundee. I always say United. In my head, I'm like,
make sure you add in United.
I have to remember this. I know. But yeah, no, it was a great way to start. And I think as a player, when you go in and you make an impact, that helps like along the way for sure. Even with the fans, you come now reach, and you have this thing, and they expect something from you.
Yeah. No, you said a couple of minutes ago that you loved you loved the colour orange. It's tangerine for Dundee United, but that first game, was it not the pink strip that we were wearing? Oh, I'm sure we wore pink.
So.
Yes.
I think so.
Did you think it was a big joke?
It's possible. Yeah, we had this. It's true, actually. I forgot that we had this trip. Really nice trip, to be fair, no?
Yes.
As a Tangerine man, maybe not, but
no, it was nice.
I liked it.
It was nice.
Every time I see that strip, I'm always think about William Edgingelly wearing the pink strip.
Yeah.
Always the memory. I don't know why.
Looked marvellous.
It's always the memory. I don't know why, but that was your first game. Yep. Your next game was nothing short of incredible. East End Park, Dunfermline. You scored 2, but Cammy Bell saves 3 penalties that day.
I know. What a way to shadow me, huh? Cammy was there. No, wow. Oh, I remember this. I've never seen this in my life. I was like, this guy is a rock. Honestly, it's just a wall. And he did it so like chill as well. You know how he is, like just like save one. Okay, I saved 2. The third one, but I think psychologically, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
As a keeper, when you save 2 and you have the third one, the guy who takes the penalty, I tell you have the advantage for sure. And that's what happened. The guy just couldn't find out like a way to score. It was incredible. But that's the problem with me. Like when I score in this game, I scored 2. Then the next game, everybody says, "So you can score 3 now, right?"
If only.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So where are we? After that game, sorry, our form was pretty good. We would finish the year right up at the top of the table thanks to a great win at Tannadice against Hibs. You again scored. You didn't score 3. You only scored 1. It was the penalty.
Yeah.
That was a big occasion, and you would score the winning goal. So were you really enjoying your football again at this time?
Yeah, I did. I really did. I think, I mean, sometimes I look, what someone sent me some footage last night. I scored like goals I don't even remember, but I was like, whoa, like actually pretty good goals. I was like, whoa, okay. It was, I don't know, everything was perfect for me. Like I love Dundee, the city. I love, it was sunny all the time. Like I lived on the Tay. We went, the lifestyle around it was amazing. Like I really enjoyed it. My wife loved it as well. Everything was perfect. Like I love to be at the club. To be fair, I would have loved to even stay longer if it was possible. In the end, it wasn't. But yeah, I enjoyed my football. At the end of the year was a different story when we get to the playoff. I think I have my reason why as well. But up until that point, everything was going super well, and you have great players around, that could really play football and really like change a game. And we had like a really good connection with in the midfield and the striker, like, and defensively was strong. Like it was amazing. Honestly, it was really good. And to score against Hibs again was always really nice.
Yeah. You mentioned obviously you're settled on and off the park was important, but what was it like off the park? Sort of, what did you get up to in Dundee? Like, what would you do? Where would you go? Would you go for coffees? Would you visit? I mean, it's a total different city now. But
yeah. No, I used to go to Broughty Ferry. Like used to go like nice walk. We used to go even to St Andrews, of course, because the training camp is there. But I used to remember. I remember we used to go to this place, the Batch, which was the Batch, which was the New Zealand the Kiwi cafe, and it was really nice. And yeah, I love Dundee. I really like Dundee. Like the whole the whole countryside around was super nice as well. I love playing golf, so I used to play golf all the time around as well. So really lovely, really golf course over there. So like everything was super nice. Like I really, really loved Dundee. I can't say it enough, to be fair.
Let's go from super nice Dundee to freezing fog Dingwall in the Scottish Cup as we got beat 6-2. And you could barely see a goal at either end.
Yeah.
I mean, not the best day at the office all round.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. You scored.
No, I know. It was
Nobody's seen it. But you did
scored
score.
2, I think.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, exactly. No one saw it. I think he won't stay in the memories. But no, yeah, Dingwall, what? And I went to play there later on, so I remember like the chord, the chord. No, but it was, yeah. I think that's where you see like winter in Scotland was not easy as a player.
No.
Every time you wake up, it's like not above 0, always like -2, 3. And you're like, okay, let's go back. It's yeah, that's why we love it as well, huh? But
after the turn of the year, the league form seemed to take a little bit of a dip. Do you have any thoughts on why that was?
There's many factors, to be fair. I would have said, like, I don't remember if we had a couple of injuries as well, but I don't know. I think maybe we knew how, we didn't like we knew the system. Like we tried to play the same system. I think the teams really got
wise.
They knew how we were going to play. We tried a couple of times to change. I think with Ray played in not in diamond, in like the formation we called, but it was kind of a joke. It was like a pine tree with like two number 10. I remember with Scott Fraser, and it didn't really happen for us. It didn't really. We didn't understand the system, and I think a couple of bad performances. Hibs was doing better. I think it got maybe a bit into our head as well, and then it just, there was something a bit off, let's say, and I think we didn't find a way to just like overcome it, and we did okay after. Of course, we won games and things like this, but we were not solid enough as a team, not just defense, but as a team, and we scored maybe less goals, and I think that's in the end that made the difference, you know.
Yeah. The obviously the league form was kind of struggling a little bit, and because we're in that league, we have to play in the Challenge Cup, but we'd only go and win the cup. And for fans, not a competition we wanted to be in, but we had to be in it. And I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed the day. You scored an absolute worldie of a goal, and were presented with one of the most ridiculous Man of the Match awards of 2 bottles of Iron Brew.
I was like, oh my God, I still have the photo, I think. Honestly, Andrew. No, it was I know. I mean, we know the challenge cup, but in the end, we took part in it and we won. So it could be worse, you know. And we won pretty well. Even the semi-final, we did well. I think it was in what's it down
Motherwell.
south. I don't remember.
Motherwell.
Was it the semi-final.
The semi was
Queen of the South.
Queen of the South. Yeah.
Queen of the South
Yeah.
side. Queen of the South.
Yeah.
But no, it's in the end silverware. We take it. It's not the silverware all the fans want, but I mean, we did the job. Let's say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was nice.
And the goal, instinct just falls to you. Hit it first time. Great goal.
You know what? This goal, I remember, like, I get the ball, I think on my left, and I see Simon, you know, and I want to play straight to him because it's in the middle, and he just come back, and it's just instinct, and you don't think about it. But when the ball comes, I'll always love a papinade, you know, like from Jean-Pierre Papin in France. So when the ball comes like this, I'm like, it's for you. You have to go. And to be fair, I couldn't take it better than this. And I mean, the ball just even curves or swerve, I don't know. But I was perfect goal. One of my most beautiful goal, to be fair. And in final, okay, Challenge Cup, but still, in final to do it, it's always been better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm assuming you've tasted Iron Brew.
Of course. No, I like Iron Brew. It's it's I mean it's I think it is the how do you say, the most drunk soda, the only one in the world that Coca-Cola is not the first.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
In Scotland.
That's it.
No.
Yeah.
I know my Scots.
I'll be because of Julius. You'll be keeping your eye.
Yeah.
Of course.
One player, 2 words. Wato Kuate. What did you make of Wato when he came to the club?
Wato Kuate.
A good player? A madman?
Well, but no, was he there when I came? Oh yeah, at the end.
He came in at the end, yeah.
Yeah, he came in mid-season, yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember his goal at Tannadice against Morton?
It was, yes, of course. It was. Yeah. I do actually.
He's so coming back.
Like strong, like, yeah, of course. But he's just a strong guy, like, not crazy, but like, you know, you don't mess up with Wato. And you don't. But he actually made an impact this season. But no, Kwate was I mean, I didn't hang out with him too much after, of course, like outside the training ground and things. But it was a personage for sure. It's
Yeah,
funny that the player that struck you during this season, like all throughout, it's funny to.
he was, yeah. I mean, he certainly added something on the pitch, but as we will get to, he had quite the time of it. But going into those playoffs, do you remember what the feeling was like when Paul Dixon scored the late winner against Falkirk?
Which one?
In the playoffs at Falkirk. Cross came in.
The second leg. The second leg of the semi-final.
Yeah, the second. Yeah. Who's it? Paul who scored?
Yes. Yeah. The header at the back post. So we were getting 1-0, and then Simon Murray scored to equalise in front of the Dundee United fans, and then I think it was Alex Nichols that crosses. Yes, yeah, and then I think it was Alex Nichols that crossed the ball, and Paul Dixon jumped as high as he has ever jumped in his life and headed it over the keeper.
I know. He was actually surprised he scored. I think he was like, what the hell?
Everybody was.
But it was. Oh my God! But you know what? The playoff itself, I always have as bittersweet for me, because I used to always be like in this kind of game pretty okay and make an impact, and I didn't make any impact. I think I was. That's what I was saying earlier about my reason why, for myself anyway. I was completely, I think, physically done. Like even before the playoff, I played all the games. I played everything, and I think I came to that time, and I was a bit tired, and I got to play on the right side as a midfielder on the right and not in the middle, and you need to be not even. It's not like I was not fit, but physically I was drained, and I think you need to have like so much energy to be in this position, and it's not my typical or favorite position, and I think I really struggled with this. I was like, before the game, I was like, I cannot. When you're not feeling comfortable, and so I always have this bittersweet moment. Except, of course, when you see your teammate to rise up and they do very well, and they like Paul and Simon who scores, and Mikkelsen was very, very good as well. Do this, and you get to the final against the Ackies. You're like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, I had this bittersweet moment for me, because I would have loved to give more, even for the club, and to go up, because that was that was the goal,
Yeah, that I mean, the semi-final against Hamilton, Watto goes completely crazy and has a complete meltdown. Simon Murray gets sent off when he should have had a penalty as well, and it finished sort of 0-0. But more than that, what was it like for you playing against an ex-team, or were you so physically drained it didn't really matter?
Yeah, I think honestly, I was frustrated because I knew I could do much better. So for me, it's hard to say, because even as a fan, you would say, well, you footballer, you should be like always 100%, like you should, and I understand this, but I knew within myself that it was hard to give my best, and that's the thing I was saying. I was like, like the frustration within myself. But yeah, you play against Ackies, you like, okay, I participate to put them up, or like put them down. I was 100% happy to do it, because I was a United player and I wanted to that so much. But then the game fizzled out, and you're like, is this going to happen? And then Craig Doherty scored this nice, beautiful goal, to be fair. And then everything started to like fading, and we did, like, I don't know, it's like we didn't have the arms to respond, and that was the most frustrating thing ever. And I see all my teammates, my ex-teammates, playing against them. They knew how my game. They knew exactly so it's not like one man team anyway, so it's all the team, but they knew myself and I knew what I love to do. So it's never easy to be in that position, but in the end we couldn't make it happen.
Yeah. What was it? I mean, you've been very honest about you were running out of steam. Do you think the team as a whole maybe just ran out of legs in those last couple of games as well?
Yeah. Sorry. Can you repeat? Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, I mean, you were very honest saying that you ran out of legs, but do you think the whole team possibly it was just a couple of games too much?
Maybe, but in the same time, I've been in this position before, and we were feeling drained, but in the end, we did it with the Akis before. So it's possible. It's not like, of course, it's just 2 games. Just 2 games. 2 games is a long time, but it's just 2 games. But I think there was something. I think we didn't gel as much as we would have maybe as a team, and we're a bit like disjointed at time. Maybe when we lost the balls, I remember like there's like big space in the middle, and I think that's what hurt us as well. And we were all part of this. I think it was a combination of both. And in the end, over 2 games, if you cannot win, you don't deserve to go up, and it's hard to admit, but
no, it was disappointing for the fans at the end of that season, obviously. What was it like in the dressing room after that game? Did you catch that, Tony?
Like everybody was just like, how'd you say, like so down. Everything after that game was like everybody was down. And everybody was down. Everybody was like everything stopped, and we really, really thought that we were going to go up, and continue on this journey. Like everybody wanted to kind of stay in the team and then fight into top league with this club. And it's when this happens, I never actually before that was my first playoff that I lost over my 4 or 5, which is crazy. But this one's really, really strong because I saw myself staying with the club for a longer period in the end, and it couldn't happen. So that for me was really a tough time, to be honest, because I would have stayed in the United for sure.
Mm-hmm. What was the reason? What was the reason that United couldn't make it permanent at that time?
But there was the budget reason as well. Was I think when there was a lot of expectation, so I think there was the stake and made an effort for me to come, because at that time my wages was from Norwich, so it was not that bad, So it's I think we knew it was not going to be it was going to be complicated, let's say, to make it happen, even from Norwich side. But in the end, I had to just bite my thing and just keep going, and and I went to another direction. But it was a shame, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like at the end of the game in the season, as you as a lone player? Do you just sort of pack up your things, say your goodbyes, and that's you?
Yeah, kind of. Of course, you have the chat with the club and with the gaffer. But yeah, it's pretty depressing when you finish and you don't, you're going to leave, and you're like, okay, guys, well, it was good where you lasted, and then I go down the road, and everything that happened like this, and I did a couple of loans, to be fair. Not that I always wanted to be a guy who did like multiple club, because I'm not like this, but things happen for a reason. But every time you do, and I always try to invest myself in a place I was going to play. I always wanted to be in the place, not traveling from another city or something like this. So you have to move every time. So every time I had to pack my all my furniture that I bought for my flat in Dundee, and then put it in a truck and going and driving down. So it was it was how it was, like you really have to move, let's say.
Mm-hmm. And then after your time at United, then you ended up at Coventry. I think you went to St Mirren, back to Ross County, and then you finished in Andorra with San Julia. What was it about Scotland that always kept you coming back? Is it just because your name was known?
Well, first of all, for sure, like that's where I think I played my best football in Scotland, for sure. Although I did work pretty well actually in Rotherham when I was in championship and things like this, of course, even in Coventry. But yeah, for me, Scotland is my second home. It really is. Julia is my wife and she's Scottish, but I always say I'm half Scottish because I spent like pretty much 12 years of my life in Scotland, even though I was in England, but still coming back up. And for me, people around football, people in Scotland, Scottish people, everybody, I enjoy myself better in Scotland than down south. So for me, there was never a question of like coming back up to Scotland to play because I knew the league as well. I think it helps. And of course, I had a little name, so there's always people remembering you in the sense of you can they say, okay, you want to come, like for St Mirren, for example, do you want to come and play with us? So there was always this kind of connection, and I was happily going to stay in Scotland because for me it's like home. So it's really really super nice to play, and I always remember football in Scotland, so it's and the atmosphere and everybody around, so it's something special there.
How did you then go from that to finishing up in Andorra?
In Andorra, well, actually, I was going to move to there was an opportunity in South America, in Bolivia, in the third division. I always wanted to play abroad. Like for me, I don't even consider Scotland abroad, but I always wanted to play abroad at least once. And I had mainly went to China, not to China, to Japan. Didn't happen because I really wanted this. And then I was like, before I stop my career, I want to go somewhere else. But I hadn't played for I was still looking for a club for 4 months or something like this. So the idea was for me to do this stint in Andorra and then go directly because there was a connection, to go to Bolivia. But in the end, it was not as it sound. It was not as professional as it sound. And I was like, got my year, and then I think I'm finished, and I want to do something different. So in the end, I came that way, like strangely. But in the end, it was an experience, and I worked on my Spanish, which was good. So that's perfect.
We'll get to some extra questions now. Do you have any memorable dressing room stories from your time at Tannadice?
Memorable, I don't know. The only thing that I don't know. I don't want to say like bad thing as well, but there was nothing really bad, to be fair. No, the only thing I remember was always we were so like strict on the timing to get to the training. So we have to be at 9:01. You get a fine, and everybody was honestly, and most of the time the European one, the Dutch, the French, like me, and there was always like some sort of like, oh, there's a traffic, or shit, we have to, I don't know, we have to be careful to not speed up, but still we have to make time to be at 9:00 maximum. And every time, like I remember so many times we had like below or like I don't know, Scott Fraser or something, I don't know, like with like the the timing, and they see you park over there, and you have to get the train, and people were just running all the time, and it was just like, I just remember this one, like, because we used to live in Dundee, so we used to have to get this little commute, to St Andrews, and it was always like wow, and you knew if you get like to 9001, they were like, yeah, and for the Christmas party, they were just so happy that you pay. So that was actually really funny.
So you guys paid for the Christmas party, basically.
We paid too much. We paid too much for it, for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
In all your spells in Scotland, who were some of your toughest opponents that you came up against?
Well, of course, they have always the old firm, the Celtic and Rangers, which is always hard. But I would say actually the toughest one, actually, when you used to go to the north, like to Ross County, never easy, because it's like, don't know, there's something happening there. You never know what's gonna happen. But then yeah, Hibs is always like for me, maybe I have a connection with this because but I always find it Hibs like a tough game. Like it's always like live or die with when I played against them, whether it was with United or with Akis or like with St. There was always like something against like Hibs. I don't have nothing against Hibs, but it was something always like when you got there as well. It was not easy, But I love to play. If I can say, I love to play Tannadice. I love the stadium. Like I think it's perfect for the atmosphere as well, and I always love that.
Yeah, we agree.
And we did Dundee FC as well.
Yes, always. Do you still keep in touch with any of your ex-United teammates?
United teammates. I stay in touch with Scott Fraser, with Charlie Telfer. So yeah, I saw him a few times last year or 2 years ago in Edinburgh. They are the two I would say. Even Sean Dion, he always pops up somewhere, and because he's this kind of guy, but he always really nice. And yeah, I would say Will Ejengele, because we had this connection as well. I guess because we were French. But yeah, few of them, more than other clubs, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which shows that I really like the the environment and the guys as well. I think it helps. And Simon Murray, of course.
Away you go.
Can you believe Sean Dillon is still playing at the age of 40 plus?
How old is he now?
41?
I want to say 41, yeah.
Yeah, 41. Still in great shape.
Is in great shape. Is in great shape.
Yeah.
I tell you. Sean is a football is football, You will always see him try to play. Like, that's you have these guys like actually a step away from football for the time being anyway, to do another job. But you have this kind of guy, they will always, be there. And Sean Dion is one of them.
Yeah. Apart from Sean and Willow,
Sure.
who were kind of the loud characters in the dressing room when you were at United?
You have a fair, like, Will Ejengele at the time was pretty good. Scott, Blair Spittle was a bit of a joker as well, often. And
do you still have your Iron Brew Cup winners medal and the 2 bottles of juice?
Yes, of course I do. Of course
Excellent.
I do. I never drank them. I won't try to drink them now. So,
No.
That's a shame I'm not at home, because I would have shown you them. I would have shown you them.
That's brilliant. Is it true you love to read and used to write poetry?
I still write sometimes, not as much as what we read in the paper, but I still and I love to read. I love to read. I try to read as much as possible. With my job at the moment, it's hard, but yeah, of course. I got my degree as well in Scotland. Actually, I did international relation. So yeah, I always like to study and to read and things like this. So that's me for sure.
What is it that you do these days with your time? What is your job these days?
So now I'm actually I'm director of communication and media for the World Championship of Motocross.
Wow. Yep.
Yes. Yeah, it's busy. But that's why I'm in Turkey. But it's pretty interesting. So I've never been too much of a motocross fan before, but everything around it, or the sport, interests me. To be fair, the communication and the media as well, and the management in general. So yeah, it's really really cool. That's my third year. I don't know what I will do after this, of course, but I'm enjoying it at the moment.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
The final question that we ask all our guests: how do you sum up your time at Dundee United?
Fun, and nostalgic, honestly.
Brilliant. Tony Andreu, thank you so much.
If I cannot,
on you go.
The fans are united when one of the best fans I've ever had in my career, honestly.
So as Ronnie mentioned before that, the Wi-Fi was exceptionally dodgy on the night, as was my reading of questions, as you were probably able to see halfway through it.
And was the light in his room.
Everything, everything was against us, but we managed to get big, beautiful Tony shackled down for an hour or so that we could speak to him. And it was really enjoyable. The one thing that stuck in my mind when I had finished, though, Rondo, was he came across as having like a real affinity with the fans at United. He was like, the fans were great to me when I was there. And looking back, like the crowds that season were pretty pish, like, and to want to put it a better way, I suppose. Like if he was playing in the team that are getting the crowds now, like what would he have made of it? And I suppose when he's played for Hamilton, like the crowds that we were getting back then, that is night and day. But like he was a good player. He was a very good player for us. He admitted it himself. Like when he started at Tannadice that season, he was on fire. And then it maybe started dwindling a wee bit. Amazing to me that he couldn't really remember Wato Kawate.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Although it did come back to him and he's like, I remember him now. Nay shit. So you should. Oh. But it was, it was good to get Tony. It's somebody that I've tried to get for a wee while because I ken that Rondo loves him.
What a player that is, yeah. What a player.
Yeah. He was class. And he loved his time at Tannadice, even though he was only a lone player and he was only there. I mean, when he came in late as well, he missed the first 9 games, yet he played about 40-odd games for us.
He was just running on.
Yeah, he was
fumes by the end of it.
Pretty much, yeah. He was an ever-present.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look back fondly on his time at the club.
Yeah, really good. It was good fun with Tony being our guest. Let's have a look at the United team when he made his debut and find out where are they now. It was Saturday, September the 3rd, 2016. It was the Challenge Cup third round. It was United 3, Peterhead 2 after extra time. I'll start, Paul. You could have a wild guess at any of these. Any thoughts or whatever? Lewis Vick.
Was he still there, was he?
It's the starting 11 for this day.
Yeah, well, no. Pass. No comment.
He's still playing for VSG Altkleinicke in Germany.
What league are they in? Sunday Welfare?
Possibly.
Yeah. Is he in the goal?
He's on the bench.
He's on the bench.
Frank van der Struik.
Hit and miss. at the time.
Couldn't get much info apart from he retired in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've got on him.
Yeah.
I don't really care what this boy done. Paul Dixon.
Diggers is still loitering about Tannadice Street from time to time. He's got a big role to play with the academy lads these days.
He's the under-17s lead coach
Mm-hmm.
and under-19 support coach, according to his LinkedIn profile.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a busy man.
Hey, very. William Gellie.
Handsy.
Very handsy.
Very handsy flick.
very, very handsy.
Good mates with Tony, though.
No long retired. Just retired last season.
Mm-hmm. So what's he up to these days?
He's a social worker.
Is that right?
Yep.
Been an errand around people.
Funnily enough. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair break
He's the
for
pick
what he
kit
was
for
doing.
me,
Eh? Yeah. Yeah. And that'll never appear on this wax. I didn't ever
Do you know that?
I didn't bear that. No.
Oh, man.
No, I didn't.
If anybody's got a full kit we can make Paul wear one day, it'd be class.
I'll put it on.
So yeah, he's a social worker.
Yeah. Good on him.
Back in
Good on him.
it was Coventry area, he was
Yeah.
sort of lived in that. So Lewis Toshney.
He's the North End manager.
He is.
Yep.
He's co-manager of North End.
I don't know. I don't know how good a player he was because he was always injured. Like he was another thing that was really unlucky. Fair young age.
Yeah, real tough time.
Yeah, even before he got to us, he was up against it.
World's angriest man. Spewer of pre-seasons.
Willow Flood.
Yeah.
He was at Foundation Park on Friday. He's an agent, is he?
Yeah, he's an agent. Yeah, he's got his own agency. Blair Spittle?
Never heard of him.
Nah. Plays for some team called Hearts. Charlie Telfer?
Podcast pal. Yeah, a very clever man. A good player. A good player as well. Scored number 6.
Can where he is?
Yeah, he's back at Airdrie.
He is back at Airdrie, yeah.
Is it permanent?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was released at the end of last season
Right,
for Ross
okay.
County. So, Scott Fraser?
Yeah, he doesn't have a team, does he?
Aye, he does.
Does he?
Aye, he was playing yesterday for bottom of the league Ross County.
Oh, he's up there now. Okay. I mean, good player, but he just, again, is it his body that's failing him?
I was speaking on...
I expected him to be good for the wee team up the road, but...
On Thursday night, we were speaking about... I can't remember how we got onto it, but Fraser 5, getting injured.
Mm-hmm.
But then you kind of forget...
The next week it was...
Scott Fraser was also injured. That was our midfield gone.
Yeah. And your Fifey was the holding guy and Fraser was the creative spark. Yeah, that just gubbed us, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Nick van der Velden?
How good did he look the first time we seen him?
He was a very good football player. Like.
And he was about, 34, 35 when we come to us? He looked incredible.
Aye.
And it just never
What
really...
he's doing?
He works... What was it that pumped us? Alkmaar. Does he not work for Alkmaar?
He's now the assistant coach at NEC Nijmegen. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Then I think it is. But
he's moved for Alkmaar when he done the youths. He's now the assistant manager.
He's done well for himself, eh?
To NEC's something, yeah.
Good player.
Yeah.
I would have been good to see him when he was in his pomp because we only got him at the tail end and he stood out a few games, but then when we tried to play him as a lone striker, he was absolutely honking.
Tony Andreu?
He is all over the world. That's how it was Istanbul when he spoke to us, and then after that he was off to China and then Australia because it's moto.
He's like director of communications for motocross or something.
Yeah, motocross. That's right. Yeah.
It's just
unbelievable, eh?
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, because it was going to be about 6 weeks.
But then that's based in Monaco, and that's roughly he's fed doing that neck of the woods. So
he doesn't like going him.
Hates going him. Hates going him.
He nearly went to Bolivia.
Well, that was something for his it was him that said it, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I'm hopefully not getting my Frenchman mixed up, but I think it was Tony that was like at the end of his career. He said,
South America. Huh?
Yeah, it was because I wanted to try playing abroad. And I was looking at Rondo thinking, you wanted to try playing abroad? You never played in France. You played everywhere but France. So that was quite funny at the time, yeah. But a top man, podcast pal, and doing very well for himself.
So there you go. That was the starting 11 and Tony Andrew's debut for
Scored the winner.
United. He did. Great header.
Scored the winner.
With a Blair Spittle cross.
Never heard of him.
That's a great. I think we're the pink kit that day.
We were.
Sure we were.
Yep.
Went behind Duffy quickly with an absolute horrendous goal.
Rory McAllister.
It's on the Arab Archive.
Yeah.
The highlights.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, beeps. Anyway, on this day, in association with the Arab Archive, preserving the history of Dundee United Football Club since 2006, 22nd of September, our focus tray, our games. 1982 League Cup quarter-final first leg. United came from behind at Pittodrie after Mark McGee's early strike. Richard Gough level with a header for Eamon Bannon smashed in a stunning 25-yarder. Billy Kirkwood added a late third to give United a 2-goal cushion for the return leg. Aberdeen 1, United 3. 2009, it was the League Cup third round. Skipper Lee Wilkie marked his return with a trademark header from a corner. County hit the woodwork twice, but United held firm. Sub Johnny Russell sealed the win late on to book a place in the quarter-finals. Finished Ross County 0, United 2. 2015 League Cup third round. United fell behind to a Lewis Vick error, but Callum Morris headed an equaliser against his old club. Extra time brought the breakthrough. Scott Fraser fired home. Blair Spittle then slammed through defence to seal it. First win in 7 games and a quarter-final spot secured. United 3, Dunfermline 1. Signings, Paul. Alex Smith brought in a trio of Hondurans. Do you remember their names?
Gustavo Fuentes.
Yep. Francisco Ramirez.
I wouldn't have got that in.
And Reynaldo Clavasquin.
Wouldn't have got that in either.
I'll stay at Tannadice brief but infamous of a rare South American experiment.
Yeah. Disastrous, really.
I'd say so.
Disastrous.
3 birthdays for you. A Swedish defender who played 72 times, scored 2 goals.
Goldmark.
Magnus Skålmark, 57 a day.
Goldmark. Brilliant.
Hall of Famer who made 329 appearances, scoring 37 goals, but has the record for the most goals in the reserve team.
John Clark.
61 a day.
Is that right?
Podcast pal.
Jeez.
And another Hall of Famer who made 340 appearances, scored 37 goals, and invited us to his house.
How many appearances?
340.
Dude.
George Fleming is 77 a day.
George Fleming. Wow, he didn't look 76 when we spoke to him.
Might have been 75.
Might have been 75. That was a while ago.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah. So 3 very different players there, but
so we need to get Skålmark on then. Is that what I'm hearing?
Skålmark's good. Good player.
At times.
Well, think of some of the players we had back then.
Yeah. He did. He scored in the derby, I'm sure. He scored in the derby.
Could be a Fox fact. Could be right, though.
Yeah. I think he did. I think he did score in the derby at Tannadice, into the shed.
Episode 302, done. 2 home games on the horizon. As Paul said at the top, our website's had a bit of an update. You can now listen or watch every single episode that we've got video for on there. roadfoxpodcast.com. Do have a great week. Stay safe. Don't forget to wash your hands and your arsehole.